Hi everybody, Sanbonade. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdleje, and on this channel sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button, langizansi. So you guys, I'm going to talk about Zahara because more details have been shared as far as her funeral is concerned, and also Ntsiki Mazwai, you guys, is in trouble apparently because she has been sent some court papers. One thing about Zahara's passing is that it has started a conversation, especially on Twitter, about how recording companies treat their artists. Not only recording companies, and also management companies treat the artists. Okay, and one of those people that have contributed to that conversation is Ntsiki Mazwai. And because of that, you guys, it has been sent some court papers to say, listen, shut up about this subject here, take down the posts or else. Okay. Ntsiki is an OG, so it's very difficult to gossip about her. But we shall gossip, you guys. We shall gossip. Listen, I'm concerned. I'm like, Ziggy, let me know if you need help typing that apology letter. Let me know if you need help taking down the post because we don't want what happened to Jackie Pamasa to happen to you. In South Africa, it does not matter if, the truth doesn't matter. What matters is the money. Okay. Do you have money to stand and pay for the court proceedings that will probably last over 5 years. Okay, can you afford it? Okay, that is the question. We know it happened to Jackie Pamote. It can happen to anybody else. So I'm like, Ziggy, do what you need to do, sis. We don't want we don't want to see you deal with this issue for 5 years. But apparently, she hasn't taken down the post. But let's find out what's happening here. Vusilu, well, Google said this is how you pronounce the surname, but I might be wrong. Okay, unleashes lawyers on Ntsiki Mazwai and demands an apology. This is a story by Julia Matiboho, published on the 15th of uh, December. Controversial artist and poet Ntsiki Mazwai has been slapped with a letter of demand instructing her to retract and apologize after the claims that executive Ovosilo ruined her career. Mazwai was given until today to remove the remarks she made on social media platforms X, formerly known as Twitter, alleging that Liu, her former manager, ruined her career. Following the passing of Zahara on Monday evening, Mazwai jumped on a trend where her fans were calling out music industry executives for exploiting the Loliwe hitmaker. In her string of posts, Mazwai alleges that she too was a victim, that she had been exploited by Vusi, who destroyed her career. She alleged that Vusi did not do anything for her career and only printed copies of her CD, which he could not sell but dumped at his office where he ran away for failing to pay rent. She tagged Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture Zizikotwa in her post, asking him to intervene and get her justice. Guys, the only thing that man paid for was the to print copies. It wasn't even the printing of the masters; it was the copies she wrote. When he went to the warehouse without me and took my stock, years later, I get a call from Baseline saying they have my stock. He had an office there. In another post, she alleges that Vusi left copies of a CD at his offices in Baseline, Newtown, because he could not pay rent and was evicted. He couldn't pay rent and ran away. When they cleaned out the office, they found my stock and called me to come fetch it, she said. On Wednesday, Vusi slapped Mazwai with a letter of demand asking her to retract her statement and apologize to him. I'm wondering here, where are you getting money for the lawyers when you left that place without paying rent? Okay, can we pay the rent first before we pay the lawyers? Okay, priorities, priorities. Go back and pay the rent, say, and then come back with the court papers. Okay, because obviously the lawyers are not drafting this letter for free. They make you pay for every single minute. Well, they used to type that letter. Go and pay your rent first, okay? In a letter which was served by his lawyers, Rudolph Baloy, Inc., Louis denies the allegations and threatens a lawsuit. Reads the letter. The allegations are false, malicious, and defamatory. They diminish the long-standing reputation of a client. Which reputation when he can't pay rent? Okay. Guys, nobody can have a good reputation when they don't pay their rent. I don't care how much the rent is, even if you stay in the township, your rent is 500 rand. If you can't pay rent, you don't have money, and that's not a good reputation to have. Okay. They diminish the long-standing reputation of a client in the entertainment industry, which he has worked tirelessly to establish in a period of spanning well over 20 years. Well, he hasn't done that well because the rent over there is not paid. Okay, allegedly. The letter also states that Mazwai's intention is to defame Vosi to her over 400,000 followers on X and more than 11 subscribers on YouTube. How can they do that to see? There's shade in this post. Ntsiki does not have 11 subscribers. Ntsiki must come over here. Since they're shading you here, they're saying she has 11 subscribers on YouTube, where she also shared a video talking about the matter. Our client denies all the allegations you have brought forward against him and will readily defend his name, business practices, and reputation. But Ntsiki does not have 11 subscribers. You see now, you must also get her lawyers to draft a letter because this is defamatory, okay? She- okay, by noon on Friday, Mazwai had not retracted. No, I will not apologize if you're going around telling people I have 11 subscribers, okay? When approached for comment, Mazwai Blue Tick Sunday World requests for comment. The story will be updated when her comment has been received, okay? This is really like a weird story over here. But listen, you guys, I don't know. This guy doesn't sound like he has money, like the Kumalos to stand the court thing for over 5 years. So maybe Ntsiki will take a risk. But I would just say, you know what? It's not worth the stress. So maybe just take down the post without the apology, okay? And let's move on with our lives. But I don't like the shade. The shade, they are saying you have 11 subscribers here. Badelela bantu. Anyway, you guys, let's find out what's happening now with Zahara and the funeral arrangement because the government might actually be helping the family to pay for the funeral. Well, that's what they're saying. So it says here, let me just check something here. Okay, it says here Zahara to be laid to rest in her hometown before Christmas. This is a story by Theo Nyabe. It says Bulelwa Ngutukana, who was well known by her stage name Zahara, will be laid to rest in her hometown Pumlani near East London in the Eastern Cape. Her funeral is scheduled for December 23rd, just 2 days before Christmas. The Loliwe singer was remembered yesterday at a memorial service held at Rema Church in Randburg. The National Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gauteng and Eastern Cape government have committed to assist the Mkutukana family with the late singer's funeral. Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane said they will give the multi-award winning singer a dignified send-off. Working with the family and Buffalo City Metro, we are going to make sure he is given a funeral. She is given a funeral that is for her stature. We are ready for this. This is our daughter who was loved by many and soothed many through her music, Mabuyane said. Zahara's fiance, Mpotlaba, who paid Lobola for her 2 days before she fell ill, was by her side until the very end. He remained a pillar of her strength and support for her throughout her illness. Even after Zahara's passing, a source says he demonstrated his grace and kindness by returning to the hospital to thank the doctors and nurses who cared for his wife. He is a very humble man. He came back to the hospital to fetch her things and thanked everyone for taking care of Zahara until her passing. You could see that he is heartbroken, but he put a brave face, the source said. The Mkutukana family spokesperson Oyama Dosiba tells the Moja that as a family, they are happy Paul went to the hospital to thank the healthcare workers. He did that because he is a good guy. I'm grateful for Paul. He has been good and supportive. He has been a good and supportive husband. Okay, this is a family spokesperson. Okay, that is something to note. Okay. just put it somewhere, okay? Because there's a lot of conversation going on, especially when it comes to the relationship of the husband and Zahara. But some of the things are inappropriate for us to talk about at this time. Talking during the memorial service yesterday, posted said the weeks that Lolo Singer stayed in the hospital had been hell for him. He also told mourners how they met many months ago. He said the first time they met, they shared an intimate conversation and they were both in good space. After our encounter, she managed to get hold of a number through a mutual friend. I was skeptical at first because I did not have any business with celebrities. This is the speech that he gave at the funeral. He said, adding that he had to see her as more than a celebrity, as she was real and did not use her status when approaching him. That's one of the qualities I loved about her. He added, I was a part of her real and human side. I knew her mind and her insecurities. I used to write her long messages to reassure her that she was worthy. I used to give her confidence, love, and hope, and she would complain about my long texts as part of the jokes. Hmm. Okay, you guys, that's what's happening, you guys. The funeral is going to be on the 23rd. I did comment on my other video to say that that is such a long time to wait to bury somebody because she passed away last week, this week on Monday. So, but someone wrote in my comment section to say that actually I don't know if they said in the Eastern Cape or they say Xhosas usually wait even longer. Sometimes it's like 3 weeks before they actually bury a person. Okay, so I was like, okay, it's normal because I think I wouldn't say KZN, but I guess maybe it is KZN or Zulus or where I'm from. Let me say that. If a person passes early in the week, then definitely that coming weekend they're getting buried, or if it's late in a week, then they will wait for the next weekend. But 3 weeks is usually there's usually some complications about something, administration of something when they wait that long. Anyway, you guys, hopefully everything goes well. We hope that the send off is just as beautiful as the memorial service was, if not more. And yeah, once again, condolences to the family and friends of Zahara. Ntsiki, tell us what's going on with this case. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.